Welcome to Sportiest Stream, everyone. How's it going? Welcome in. We've got some action for you here tonight. And I just took a shower. That's why my hair looks like this. My hair looks like a mess whenever I take a shower. Looks like a mess all the time, but yeah, it looks like a mess now because I've taken a shower. I should probably. There you go. Let's like fix this up a little bit. That doesn't look very good. Yeah, looks better. You have to deal with me and my big forehead, I guess, for this one, because my hair is a mess. I took a shower, so this is going to be interesting. But again, welcome in, everybody. We've got some LOS Champs action here tonight. We've got a 2v2 match that I think a lot of people will love to see. It is not that bracket. That is the wrong bracket. I know I made a mistake at some point. Not this one either. It's this one, right? Yeah, it is. Here we go. The Brotein Shakes RCG Renegades here tonight in this match. Of course, not the only match tonight, though. This will be our only best of 7. Our other matches will be best of 5. Next 35 team not found. Team Ignition. 2 partner orgs going. We got 7 Savages returning to stream as they're playing against 135 Quantum. I think the first time we've ever seen the Quantum team play on this stream. It's going to be, but again, our first match, Brotein Shakes, RCG Renegades, a 2v2 matchup. In a best of 7, reminder, it is the playoffs, so for LOS Champs playoffs, it's single elimination. You lose, you're out. This is the quarterfinals. Winner will go to the semis. When we do that, as I will say, before this, while the stream started, thank you, Spade, for the follow. Welcome, thank you for joining in. Good luck in your match here tonight on the Renegades. Again, the Renegades, part of RCG Royal Crown Gaming. I know we got another follow just coming in from Red Dead Caption. Thank you for the follow, Red Dead Caption. The Sportiest Stream. As again, a 2v2 match. This is a best of 7, so you gotta win 4 matches to move on through. With it being, I think, tier 8. I don't remember exactly what tier 8 is. You can definitely check. Let me see what that is in Rocket League. What rank that would be. Let me find out what it is. Yeah, RL Tracker will tell us again. This is Division 8, if you're wondering. Again, this is on the lower end side when it comes to ranks, but still, it should be exciting. Again, a best of 7. These are some interesting teams. Brotein Shakes are considered number 4 seed. Renegades are considered number 5 seed. They both either end off the regular season with the same record. And this was also part of Season 2. LOS Champs has been going for a little while. Let me take a look at Division 8 as... Actually, it's called Tier 8, not Division 8. Tier 8. As, again, here we go. Again, the Renegades ending off their Season 3 and 3. And the Brotein Shakes actually ending their Season 4 and 2, not 3 and 3. So, they actually Brotein Shakes have a slight advantage when it comes to the record. I don't know if these teams ever played against each other either. Again, these guys, definitely an interesting matchup here for these two teams. Yeah, they have. Brotein Shakes actually won 3-1 last time, so Brotein Shakes have experience against this team. We'll see how that experience helps them out here. Again, this is part of Tier 8, so... Again, an interesting matchup, to say the very least. There are some solid teams. Again, let me figure out what those ranks actually are. Tier 8 is considered 980 to 1099. Just under 1100 MMR. That means that means this is going to be anywhere from Diamond 2 to Champ 1. So most of these players are hitting that Champ 1 rank, maybe a little higher. Definitely going to be some interesting action, to say the least. As again, we're moving back here for this one. Again, apologies on the hair. I promise you won't have to see a lot of it today, because we're going to be spending a lot of time in-game, but for now you have to deal with the fact that my hair looks like this for now. But again, a best of 7 will come up very soon here. I'm interested in seeing who these teams will deploy as their players. Again, it's Zenith Poseidon versus Spade, Terrible, and Jackson. And Spade, Terrible, I think I've always listed themselves as the starters. As I just noticed, actually, they are in chat. So, in chat, they are in the game. So we'll actually get things started. I think a minute or so early. You guys will still have a lot of time to get your predictions going. Make sure you vote on who you think will take it. The big match and a big time for these teams. Again, mind you, it is the playoffs. Their first times in the playoffs for this season. They were able to skip round 1 as a follow coming in from Zenith. Thank you for follow, Zenith. Good luck in your match. Let's get things going here. As again, it is Brotein Shakes RCG Crusaders. That's a different 2v2 team from RCG. RCG Renegades against each other here in a best of 7, a 2v2 match, part of the LOS Champs playoffs. One team will move on, the other will see their season end in defeat. Who wants to get off to a good start? It's gonna be Spade and Terrible on RCG, then on Zenith and Poseidon on the Brotein Shake. Says Poseidon is at a very interesting car. An interesting car that is from Poseidon, I believe. That looks like a please quote me if I'm wrong. Is that a Sentio? That's not a Sentio. One of those, like, interesting, like, cars that's really flat. Poseidon's on it. I love a fun car, especially a flat car in a UV matches. Generally speaking, when you get to less and less players tend to start to kind of fall into the Octane meta, where you play those Octane hitboxes. Very rare to see a flat car in a game mode like this. It's much more common to see it in Freeze. And in 2s, definitely going to be a fun thing for, again, these players that are hitting on that Champ 1 rank, as in front of the net, setup could have put it on. Zenith will be beat here by Spade. Save from Poseidon. Terrible goes again, but that's somehow kept out. What a save from Poseidon. Brotein Shakes, keeping game 1 at least within reach. Here comes the Renegades again, up the field. They're putting on a lot of pressure here. Brotein Shakes again are the favorites in this matchup. Not looking like it when so much pressure is on them. Able to keep their net at least clean for now. As Zenith, midfield, Spade. We'll go back for Terrible here. That is interesting for a lot of these players. You can already tell a lot of heavy hitting of this ball. Not as much control as maybe what you'd want to see from these players at this level, and I think a lot of it has to do with the pressure on these players. Not easy to control the ball when you know that the weight of the ball is so heavy at this moment. As Poseidon clear it here, we'll get past Spade. Terrible looking to get a shot. Poseidon backwards. Terrible will shoot wide. 2 minutes gone. While we have seen chances, we haven't seen a lot of shots. We have seen 0 goals. That's a good dunk, and that's a miss from Poseidon. Spade with the starter. It just pinches its way down the field. Poseidon had little time to react. He was already committing too heavily to the side wall. Ball will pinch over him, and that is goal 1. And the Renegades, who have put on so much pressure so far. Gonna continue that as a miss from Spade now. Zenith on target. Terrible will get the block. Renegades have to deal with some pressure on this side. They've been the ones who have been dishing out most of the offense. But to see Brotein Shakes fight back a little bit, be helpful for Brotein Shakes. Again, they're playing quite defensively in a playoff match when this is a team that they've beaten before. As now an infield play, Poseidon to the corner. Spade racing towards his own net, will clear to the side wall. Renegades have a change of positions here. The Brotein Shakes are the ones who are putting in a lot of questions, and you can see how well these guys can do. They're putting in so many good challenges, and they're not missing too often. Spade saved by Poseidon. And the one big difference I've really seen from the Renegades here compared to the Brotein Shakes on offense has been that pressure, has been the pace of that offense. The Renegades are a lot more willing to put tons of shots on that net, really pepper Brotein Shakes. Brotein Shakes are going to go for quality over quantity, and they just have been searching a little too much, as that's a perfect shot from Spade. Bar down skis and in. 2 goals for Spade 2 goals for the captain of the Renegades, and that shot could not have been any more perfect. Poseidon never jumped. He thought it was going to go wide. You'll be very unhappy to see that ball just goes just enough under that bar to go in. Now to kick off, trying to get one back. Zenev's taking it. Little hesitation here from Spade. He did not cheat on the kickoff, and had he done that there, that's not a goal. And you're starting to see why I always recommend it. You should never go for boost on kickoff, because when you do, and it's such a common thing for these lower ranked players to do that, and to me, it just makes your situation even more difficult. What if the kickoff goes that way? If you're cheating, you're winning that kickoff. Instead, Spade, maybe he just is not confident that he's going to cheat, but you got to be confident being able to go for the ball like that. If he was cheating there, could have been a goal the other way. Instead, the Brotein Shakes have now put one back. So just off to the corner is Tenable. Balanced by Bro's side, and Tenable put one in front. Zenev, shot from Spade, will go back post. 3-1 scoreline for the Renegades. While the Brotein Shakes continue to attack that ball and 50th, Renegades just found their chances, found some open space. They didn't clump up as much. They kept their distance from each other, and that's where they found success. As a very slow start in the first 2 minutes, almost no goals entirely now. We have 4 goals with about a minute left. And it is the Renegades, the underdogs in this matchup. Coming off with a hot start now. Spade off the back wall. Headable. Aggressive challenge there for a team that's already up by 2. But it won't go towards his net. Instead, Spade will clear it away. Zenev. Oh, and Tenable challenged his own teammates. Miscommunication from the Renegades. Or at least in that situation, you could have told Tenable what was happening. Spade must not have done that. Or did it too late, because Tenable went all in on against his own teammate on that play. And it will be cleared here from the Brotein Shakes. Spade. Again, the consistency from these players to get to that ball willingly and quickly. Although I still feel like there's a good amount of... they're holding themselves back a little bit. After those first 2 minutes, things seem to kind of cool down, seem to kind of relax a little bit more for these players. They're willing to take more chances, as there's going to be another one for Spade. He's scored all the goals so far. And the Brotein Shakes, while they continue to fight for life, the Renegades continue to take it away. The Royal Crown Gaming side is here for this. 15 seconds left. This game's already confirmed, although that's a good kickoff start. Brotein Shakes will get one back. Maybe I spoke too soon. I did not think, in any reason, that Spade would miss. Yeah, he could have missed that kickoff. I don't know what he was expecting in that kickoff. He didn't have to go for anything fancy. Didn't have to try to lose it any certain way. You just had to do a normal kickoff. That would have wasted enough time. He's lost this kickoff the very same way. This time it won't go on his target. Still, that one off the back wall. It almost went in for the Brotein Shakes. Final seconds. They need to shoot now. Gonna miss there. Zenev gonna keep it up at 0, but it won't matter. This one will actually go into the ground. The Renegades will take game 1. A 2v2 battle that actually really started to pick up in those final seconds. As the Brotein Shakes maybe found their footing with Spade, truth be told, was definitely ready for this. 4 goals on 7 shots. And I think these teams are ready for what will be game 2. It's being, again, a best of 7. The first game isn't going to be as impactful as it might have been for the Brotein Shakes. They can definitely make a comeback. See if they can do it. They definitely can. They've proven that they can definitely keep it close. But again, that you can see kind of midway through that game, Spade really picked up the shooting. That's the thing about this kind of rank level, is that all you need is one standout player, and that can make the difference. As both teams back in for game 2. The Renegades have taken game 1, but they want to continue that kind of prowess. Really bring it here to the Brotein Shakes. Renegades gonna have to keep doing that kind of offensive structure, that offensive plan they have. Maybe get Tenable involved a little bit more. Well, it's gonna be make sure they put the Brotein Shakes under pressure. Again, you can rely on that shooting, as that's a good touch from Zenev. Amazing stop from Spade, but he's got to save another one. Zenith, back wall. Spade, he's jumped early. He didn't even get close to that one. And Spade's... Well, you can't blame him for jumping for this. Yeah, it was not close. I mean, he did get chased down by Brotein, but even so, he was avoiding him on that challenge. Could have very well just gone inside into his own net. Instead, he goes for the ball that he knows he will never hit. He's giving up that goal to the Brotein Shakes. Make up for it. Zenith. The past headable. Spade's last one back again, but this one will be kept out. Poseidon has missed! Open net for Tedable if he can put it on. He doesn't have it. Spade blocked by Zenith. Now Tedable is going to back up into it. Well, the Renegades had their open chance and they missed their shot. Tedable didn't hit it with the nose of his car, he hit it with the top. Did he get enough powers? Now this is a good shot. Spade just saved his own teammates. Why did Spade go for that? It was going in. A blunder from the captain. It would have been a tie game. He's just taken away from his own teammates. After having such a stellar Game 1 performance, something has changed here for Spade. Decisions that are not normal for him. About curing in Game 2. Now Zenith would jump from Brotein, and Zenith still that's one, but he won't recover very well. We'll go back to the back wall, and first challenge will be Spade. Edible. We'll let Spade push up. Now Spade's chance to maybe going on, but he's going to just go to the midfield for Terrible. Drop down shots, and that falls through. RCG Renegades. Spade with a pop-up pass, and what I like about that pass is it wasn't all that close to the net. You force the defenders to really struggle getting to it. And that is a great way to tie this one up. Now up the kickoff. Spade couldn't put it on. Here from Zenith, Terrible. Put it back into the offense. Poseidon. Catched by Spade. He's actually going to go for a solo effort on this. One more touch from Spade in front of the nets. Who's got it? It's Zenith. A Terrible. Quick shot. That one trying to go behind to Poseidon. But he stopped short on that goal line. And now Zenith. Oh, and Spade's going for boost. Zenith's got an open chance. And I mean, Spade saw what was happening here. What on earth is he doing? Spade. He's been an incredible player this series, but what is he thinking on the defense there? That's the last thing you should be doing, is leaving your net vacant like that. You give the other team a chance to shoot where they want. And when you let the other team shoot, they will make you have to make that save. They're not going to miss. Spade, for essentially no reason, is getting boost hungry. He could have just waited on the back end. It's just like that. Spade not going for the boost there. He'll clear it out. Again, I do not know what Spade was thinking there on that play. A boost grab that will prove to end disastrously here for the Renegades. Setable trying to make one back. A flick to the back wall. In front for Spade! One back for the captain. He makes up for his error earlier with a good shot here. I mean, Setable set him up perfectly, though. But that flick to the back wall. Zenith doesn't jump. Spade has the net to shoot at. You know, things have been really awkward for the Renegades on defense. Their offense is still producing just as effectively as it has before. Terrible. Midfield, touch from Poseidon. Zenith's jumping, chance for Spade. Zenith will meet him. The ball will be cleared away. That is a clear from Zenith. Spade. Flick past Poseidon. The Renegades. Once you go down the field, Zenith's actually put it on his own target. That could just fall through. In front of that, Terrible's got an open net, but he's missed it. Spade shoots. Poseidon will keep that last-ditch effort out. Terrible had an open net. He couldn't find the right angle, though. Even after those two whiffs from the Brotein Shakes, they're keeping it close. Here we go again, Poseidon. Long touch. Terrible. He's got a free clear. He doesn't have his teammate down from behind, but Still time for the Renegades to try to push up. Zenith. Spade. Put it to the back wall. Edible. Misses it! Zenith! Down the field! Spades kept it out. Oh, but now he's on defense, and he's missing! Spade panicked! And every single time he's on defense, you always wonder what in the world. And this has been a nightmare game for Spade on defense. Over and over again, he's put into these situations where you think he should be doing just fine, and he finds himself in even worse situations. The predicaments as how, oh dear, a miss on the kickoff, terrible. Again, the defense of the Renegades has just completely fallen apart on us. Terrible. Oh my God, he didn't even. Terrible? I'm confused how he missed that. I feel like that was supposed to be an attempted fake. And yet they didn't communicate it. That's what it looked like to me. A strange kickoff, although they will get one right back for Terrible. 1 goal difference. We've had some... This game has been absolutely wacky. In all the strange ways. The Renegades are still keeping it close, although the Brotein Chicks do still have the lead. 36 seconds to get 1 goal. Very possible result here for the Renegades. They just need to be careful about how they go about that offense. As Spade back in by Brotein, but it goes straight to Terrible. Renegades will break through the midfield. Now Terrible, he went fast for that aerial touch, but he missed it completely. Well, let Spade jump for this, although he didn't actually do that. And now a miss from both players. They had time. They didn't use it very well. And the Renegades, from their own wrongdoings, 3 straight whiffs from these 2 players. And that leaves Zenith with an open shot. Brotein Shakes should take the game by that goal. And this game has just been a complete flip from the Renegades. Game 1, they looked so comfortable. And Game 2, they put themselves in their own predicaments. And they really looked awkward. They're still trying to fight here. It's Terrible. The Spade can't get 1 more goal for the road. The Brotein Shakes will tie the series up. And again, this game, it wasn't the Brotein Shakes who changed. It was the Renegades. For whatever reason, Spade specifically could not seem to just handle himself on defense. There was a lot of issues as Jax is subbing in. They're already making a change here for the Renegades. They were not happy with that last match, and I think a lot of it came down to nerves. They did not look comfortable. As he's going to be replacing Terrible for game 3. Spade sticking in. I mean, even though he's had those defensive miscues, his offense has still proven to be quite strong. I just think for next game, really, I need to see Renegades really kind of situate themselves on defense where they're not panicking so much. And I think we're going to see them find more space, more time, a lot more opportunities that should go their way. So here we go into game 3. The series all tied up. Both teams taking a game off each other. We might have a long way to go before this series is over. This could be one of those longer series on this stream. See how that happens. If that happens, as now overcommit already from Spade, but Zax is back. Renegades always trying to start off again with those extremely aggressive offense, really trying to scare the Brotein Shakes into submission after that game 2 performance that I'm sure the Renegades will not be happy with talking about. And Spade, he's got a shot on that. He does hit the bar. Jax now, missed there. Again, a bit of panic. He had time. He's got to run all the way back and give the ball up to the Brotein Shakes. Zenith. Jax. Oh, that's only going to go as far as beside him. And Spade's won the challenge. He's beating him in the race. Zenith will keep it away in the midfield. Brotein Shakes. Whenever they go up for a ball, they're going to hit it. They've shown a lot of consistency and not really missing. They know what they can and cannot go for. Although that's a big miss from Brotein. Rare miss. And now it's a shot on, but Zenith's kept it out. And a bump from Brotein should open up the backfield here. Zenith around the corner, in front. Jax doesn't have it. Zenith's got the shot. And Brotein Shakes have the goal. Jax wanted to cut in really early there. That put in an immediate challenge, but that bounce off the back goal was exactly not what he was expecting. And the Brotein Shakes are starting to kind of find their way back. They haven't made as many mistakes. They haven't made as many miscues like as the Renegades, although that itself was a really fortunate bounce for them off that back wall. Renegades are still searching, but you can see just overall It does feel like the quality of play is favoring here. Oh, but that's a bad mistake from the Brotein Shakes. Alrighty, Zenith giving himself the great pass there as a miss from Poseidon. Really put Zenith in a bad position here. This is actually Poseidon's fault and not Zenith's. Poseidon should have had that touch. With that miss there, he's leaving Zenith in a situation where, yeah, there's really not much else he can do. And try to hit that away from his back wall. Yeah, he would have done better maybe waiting for it, but it still would have gone in front of the net. He had to make a move there. Although it is his touch that's going to be the one that results in a goal against him. It's not. I don't think it's his play that was the main play at fault in this situation. Will lead the Renegades to getting one back. Now they're looking for another. Poseidon kind of cowering in his own net. He doesn't get the beat on Jax, but Jax couldn't put it on net anyways. Now Zenith. Back for Poseidon. Challenge. Renegades double committed. Poseidon back to the corner with second touch. That's going to be high up. Spade will get to it, but he's dunked by Zenith off the back wall. Jax will have a touch. Poseidon, who have enough boost to collect this, is going to be beat by Zenith. A lot of double commits in these teams, and situations where I just think that communication hasn't really been there. A lot of these teams maybe forgetting to communicate every single touch they're making. And you see it from a lot of high-level teams, is that knowledge. At this level, awareness isn't as strong, and a lot of teams, to kind of tell each other what they're doing, they have to communicate everything. Seeing at the moments where they don't do that, players double commit in awkward situations. Now in front, Poseidon! Big block on Jax. As now he'll leave it for Spade. Poseidon's missed! That's a perfect shot from Spade! You know, first I thought it was a little weird that Jax decided just not to go for it. But now I can see why. He's living up for the guy who's been shooting well all series long. The back and forth battle continues as the Renegades now lead 2-1. As Brotein Shakes waiting in the net. Poseidon is consistently cowered back there. I want to see that aggression come from Poseidon. I know he can play that kind of play style. Just feels like whenever a goal gets scored on him, he just kind of sits back, doesn't want to play up too high, and that's exactly what's going to feed the Renegades here into more chances on offense. Good stop there from Zenith. He still has it. Poseidon, same mushdown situation, but he's waiting, and he's going to get beat, although a miss from Spade. Club him out now. Ooh, Jax doesn't get it. Zenith, open net, puts it in. Here, the confidence will return to the Brotein Shakes from that play. Again, a little worried for Poseidon's lack of aggression. In that situation, bad touch, a little bit of aggression, maybe not enough aggression, but a little bit of aggression. It's enough to bait the Renegades. It's all he really cares about. And RCG Renegades again, still searching, trying to take a multi-goal lead. They just cannot do it. Again, they have that kind of upper hand here against the Brotein Shakes, although upper hand doesn't say anything about this scoreline. It's all tied up. Jack's gonna put one on. Poseidon did jump for it. He'll keep it to the corner. Off the back wall from Spade. Zenith. 2 commits here from the Renegades. Poseidon. Now wait for it. They send it off that side wall, but he has committed heavily here. Spade can't put it on. Control from the Brotein Shakes will get this one away. Zenith. Dribble. He really doesn't get far with it though. Just gonna leave Spade to another chance on offense. And now only one player back in Poseidon. Pass in front. Poseidon can't get the beat on Jax, but it's not on target. The Renegades putting a slew of shots on nets, but none of them worked. Now Zenith on his own, up to the crossbar. That won't do anything for him. Now Poseidon. Not much time left for either of these teams. Here in Game 3. We'll see any last-second heroics here in regulation, or does this go to overtime, our first of the series? You really kind of tell just how tense everybody feels on this field. There's definitely a lot of pressure playing in the playoffs. These guys definitely know it, as that shot. Poseidon just jumped in aggressively. He'll get enough on it just to allow his team to get some time back. Still trying to challenge is Poseidon. He's bumped out the Renegades defender. Now Zenith. Spade will beat him. One-on-one with Brotein is Spade. Maybe a chance to put one on off the back wall. Brotein clears. This will hit the ground. Overtime in Game 3. Our first of the series. First of what could be many if these teams continue to play like this against each other. One more goal will decide the winner. That's Poseidon. Then we get through Spade. Zenith now. That's on target. Going towards the nets. Spade's overcommitted. And he won't get back. A huge decision from Spade to jump for it. Zenith's got a free shot and it will just bounce its way in. And the Renegades could not get back. RCG Renegades, after taking the first game, have now dropped the next two to the Brotein Shakes. And now it's the Brotein Shakes who are just pulling away just by slight margin after slight margin. All goals this game coming from Zenith. Again, he's definitely the more aggressive player. You're not going to see a lot of shots from Broseidon. Really, the only thing I think I'm a little worried about for Brotein Shakes is just, again, the lack of aggression from Broseidon. He's relying a lot on Zenith to shoot. And in a playoffs, you have to rely on both players to be able to use that, and I need to see a little bit more from Broseidon on offense. If he can get a couple shots going, he could really overwhelm the Renegades side. So far, though, there isn't anything they need to change, and it's like RCG Renegades are going to keep that same roster going for them. If they saw something in that last game, I mean, it did go to OT. It could have been anybody's game, really. The Brotein Shakes are pulling away again with the consistency, especially from Zenith. That consistency from him really just is so strong in a matchup like this where it can be so inconsistent. Is that pitched in front? Jax with a powerful shot. I'll talk about the consistency, but that is not a great place to challenge Zenith. Sidewall, pinch was Jax, it goes into target. When you pitch like that, there's only one way it is going to go, and that's going to go towards your net. You gotta do a little better, just not trying to challenge on the sidewall like that. It's a risky place because it's going to go midfield no matter what. A lot of times, that net is just waiting to be shot on. The Renegades, they persisted. They get the first goal of this game. Is Jax. Gonna make it 2. Zenith has got there. They move from Spade, but Zenith is still there. And again, as long as Zenith's, as long as one player is there, if it's Zenith or if it's Broseidon, they'll make those kind of stops on defense. Now a chance for Broseidon. That shot could have been on target. He missed it wide right. He got it maybe a bit happy to see that shot, but he didn't make it work. Now another chance. That one still on target, but it could be a pass in field as Jax couldn't read it. Zenith will tie it up at 1. The good pass coming in chat from Zenith as he knows that was a great setup from Broseidon off the back wall. It's not an easy angle to shoot. He doesn't go for it. He knows that if he puts it off that back wall, he's going to force Jax to challenge. It's not an easy read for anybody. Nonetheless, a player in tier 8 to get to that one. And that is a great goal to answer with Zenith, trying to get the ceiling shot. But he didn't really set it up properly, and now Jax's turn to put one on. I thought for a second Broseidon actually overjumped it, but he gets just enough. He's now infield. Shot from Spade. Broseidon's got another block. Now Jax. I'll go across the net. Zenith jumps awkwardly off his own side wall, but actually off his own post, I should say. And he takes it there. Now Broseidon again being right on defense, almost own goals, but Brotein Shakes will clear it. Zenith, we're on 2. And see if he can get both to jump. Got at least one going. Jax is fumbling in his own net. Spade will prevent any second efforts from coming. As here he comes, Zenith, over the top of Spade. Challenge there. Poseidon. Jax. The back wall. And no one else is there for the Brotein Shakes. Where in the world is Zenith? There he is. Being chased by Spade. Interesting situation. Brotein Shakes was net pretty wide open there, and the Renegades could not take it. Is now in front. Oh, everybody committed to that. But it won't matter all that much here as the Renegades just get the ball right back again. So that touch gives it to Zenith. Jax now will win on that challenge. Broseidon will forego the challenge, instead letting Jax hit this one. And now he'll clear. Low boost for Broseidon. Didn't have confidence try to challenge early. Knowing that in a very common situation, you'd have to recover back anyways. As now that one from Zenith. He's gonna go wide. There comes Jax, demoed from behind. A lot of back and forth. Brotein Shakes found a lot of these chances just in front of that net to shoot here in the Renegades. Renegades have had more difficulties getting that offense themselves. I think trying to see if there's any mistakes, any whiffs being made. The Brotein Shakes again are consistent on defense. You're not going to see a lot of whiffs, a lot of mistakes from this team. And again, the pressure hasn't done too much to stop them. All that offense has had its issues. That's a good demo. Jax, put it on. Now Zenith. We'll get the dunk on Spade. Jax dunks as well. In front, Brotein. Still, he can't put those shots on target now. Zenith's gone for boost. Oh, but Jax didn't have anything. But unfortunate for Zenith because he almost got caught going for the boost when he shouldn't have gone to the net. Brotein shakes. You'll see that chance not to counter against them. As bouncing midfield, Spade. Bounced by Zenith, trying to take it away. Jax. Spade, maybe a redirected chance, but he couldn't get enough on it. And credit to the Brotein Shakes, they've really done well to keep possession. They just need a goal, though, and hard to find one. A Zenith solo effort. That's a great turnaround from Zenith! Off the sidewall! Zenith! And the speed at which he gets to this is what makes it so deadly. Did not need a lot of time to know exactly where he's going. And the Brotein Shakes, after so much effort, will finally get a goal from it. Zenith. Off the sidewall, off the corner. Now gonna get the dunk on Spade. Here from Jax. Spade. Was that on target? It might be. It's going. It's hit the post. Again, the Brotein Shakes caught overcommitting. But it won't go against them. The Renegades have had a difficult time getting those shots on target. Here's maybe another chance for them. Spade. Near angle. Trying to get a second touch. Renegades will miss that opportunity just a little bit. Now Brotein. Get rid of that ball. Spade. And Jax have both missed. Brotein is going to leave it for Zenith. Again, the Renegades are double committing on defense. But this ball will stay away from them. Off the bar and in from Zenith. I can't believe he scored that. That should bounce the critics here in Game 4 here for the Brotein Shakes. That should secure this game here. Match point will be achieved. And the best of 5, that would be the end of the series. They would have won just like they did in the regular season, 3-1, but a reminder, it is a best of 7, so they gotta win at least one more. Is off the kickoff, one more goal. Every single game, the RCG Renegades have an issue with the kickoff. Somebody's missing. First game it was Spade, second game it was first game it was Spade who missed the kickoff. Second game it was Terrible. Now this game was Spade again. There's just kickoffs seem to be an issue for this team as well. I'm not going to help them anyways because this has already been soft for Spade. One more chance. That's going to be blocked to the ground. Brotein Shakes on match point. All they need is just one more, and they'll be moving to the semi-finals. This is where the real pressure gets on. You still gotta win one more game, and that can be very difficult, because the Brotein Shakes, if they can win 3 games in a row, the Renegades can very much do the exact same right back. Setable subbing back in. He's gonna be playing with Spade here, going back to that rush that started off this series. Renegades have found that the rush that found success for them. Because again, in this game, Brotein with no shots. Zenith had 9 though. If Zenith's having that many shots, he's gonna score at least once. I will say, I did like a lot more from what I saw from Brotein in this game. It felt like he broke out of his shoulder just a little bit more. He made a lot of really clutch saves. And ultimately, he actually got himself some chance on offense. He just couldn't put the shots. He just couldn't put any on target. It was a better performance from Brotein. You can always see a better result from the Brotein Shakes. We head into Game 5. Here we go. Brotein Shakes on a chance to win this series 4-1. This would be the game to do it. As a quick shot from Zenith off the post. And Spade will clear. Brotein. Get it to the sidewall again already. Every game starting off with some immediate aggression from the Brotein Shakes, but Renegades gonna put some on themselves. Again, these teams like to kind of start things off really quick, right? Again, trying to scare their opponents maybe. Things kind of cool down. You start to see these players take more control, more time. Really wait for the opportunities to present themselves as you players with Zenith. On target, Spade gets enough on it. Block for the Renegades, but they're gonna block this too. Spade's missed. Terrible's got that one though. Even when one player misses for the Renegades, there's always another player behind them. Oh, but Spade! Oh, don't worry, Terrible's behind him anyways, but here comes Zenith. That won't be all too dangerous here for the Renegades. Spade now, looking for the dunk, but Brotein will wait for it. And the Brotein Shakes continue to do that kind of play style too. Again, it's just even if one player maybe doesn't get the touch, those will mind them, and they can really trust each other. And they've had overall more consistency as Brotein. Again, another strong defensive touch from this guy. Set up Zenith, who wants to get it for another aerial play. That one won't be as successful though. As the Brotein Shakes got to go all the way back. Zenith pick up that side boost. Now the corner. In the midfield, Terrible's miss. Spade gonna challenge early. A smart decision from Spade, because if he's going to his net there, he's gonna get shot on, and he's not really got a lot of pace in that position. Instead, he decides to turn around for it. A little bit of power side to really make that turn effective, and he's able to be fast enough to beat out the Brotein Shakes from what could have been a really scary situation, a breakaway chance. Zenith now, one-on-one again. That one in the midfield. Spade misses it. That's in front for Brotein. Oh, but he's missed the target. He cannot score. Here comes Zenith. Terrible's blocked. So many saves from the Renegades. Another chance. Terrible's got that one too. Brotein just trying to waste out some time here to let his teammate get back. Spade's gonna look for the bump. Zenith jumps early to jump over it. And now the pressure goes back to the Brotein Shakes. Again, so much pressure. So many players. Zenith, solo effort. But he couldn't get through Spade on that one. As Brotein tries to keep it in field, he's still challenging. If will be back in time to, again, waste out some time, let his teammate get back. I really like this teamwork. Zenith very easily could have just hit that ball away, go back up to offense immediately. So he knows, hey, if he can wait for his teammate, he can now do whatever he wants. Whatever he wants is a dribble that will get past both defenders. Past one, and then he's got a one-on-one with Spade, and look at this catch. Dribble past Spade. Spade went for the backflip challenge. Kept him in a vulnerable position. Zenith being able to subvert expectations, go for the back post when the first front post looked easier. And the Brotein Shakes. Again, with so much offensive pressure, a lot of pressure. Can break through the Renegades eventually. Zenith demoed. Spade's missed. Brotein. Oh, he didn't make contact either, and now Spade, a 1-for-1 chance himself. In front, misses the flick, and that's going to be goal 2. If it's on target, it is off the post. Brotein Shakes saw the opportunity, just a little outside. It could have been a chance to get them some insurance. They'll be wanting to try to get that chance again. Brotein, stopped by Terrible. Zenith will get back, and he'll hit to his own corner, just trying to waste some time out. Chased by Spade, but look at this from Zenith. He's still staying with the ball on that back wall. Now Brotein will clear. Renegades have done well to collect it. Time is definitely starting to run out quickly, and that misses him. Terrible won't help them. Zenith gets his second. And the Brotein Shakes will say thank you very much, Terrible. And it's not an easy read for him. It's hitting off the ground so heavily. In a way, he's kind of has to assume where the ball is going. He just guessed a little too low. And the Brotein Shakes. Again, a very, very strong performance. They're not done yet. They still want more. Just again, to really seal this one. Brotein. Now in the field. Touching around the corner. Zenith trying to take it. He's well overshot that one, though. Renegades have not lost hope yet. 2 goals definitely possible in this final minute. They've got to make them quick, and they got to make them strong. And they also got to keep the Brotein Shakes away from offense. Anytime the Brotein Shakes are field, they can score a goal here. As now gets past both. Terrible open net to the back post. 41 seconds left. The Renegades have been able to take 1 goal back. As Brotein and Zenith just turned too slow. Simple overcommit. Brotein Shakes made a lot last game. They didn't get counted on any of them. This time they will. But for the Renegades, they're hoping it's not too little too late. Time running out here for the Renegades. Zenith wants this one off the back wall. Second touch. Spade jumps for it, but it won't be on target. And now a 2v1 chance. Spade to the back wall. Brotein having a tough time, but he gets the read. Consistency is the aim of the game here for the Brotein Shakes. Now another chance. Brotein miss, and it's cleared away by Zenith. A big block from Zenith. Keeps the Brotein Shakes in the lead. Now he's got a chance. Dunk from Spade. Open backfield for the Renegades. They've got to keep it alive. That one not on target. In front of the net. Terrible. Clear from Zenith. It will hit the ground. Brotein Shakes will win the series 4-1. The consistency prevails. The offense from Zenith prevails. Side in there on defense and on offense. It's a seemingly simple playstyle, but it's so effective for them. And they'll be advancing into the semi-finals. What a result for this team. Taking down RCG Renegades. Renegades, again, they made a lot of mistakes. The only real game that I thought was under own control was Game 2. All the other games, sure, they made mistakes, but they were relatively close games. And unfortunately for them, Brotein Shakes just kind of overpowered the Renegades and knocked them out of the playoffs. But again, the Brotein Shakes have played really well. Giving credit where credit's due. The stellar performance from the Brotein Shakes. As again, what a match that was. We'll go take a look at our schedule here. We got, again, 2 more matches later tonight. They're both bests of 5s. And they both feature 135. It's going to be 135, Team Not Found, and Team Ignition. 7 Savages, 135, Quantum. Again, for now, that's it again. Thank you. Thanks to the cast. Thank you, Zenith, for playing. Congratulations on your win. And hopefully you have a good rest of your day. We'll be back live again later tonight. But for now, thank you so much for joining us for your stream. I'll see you guys again very, very soon.